Zélida. I am 20 years old. I live in Ceará, and I have met Tinti last year in September, but this year I stayed with a long time with no join the meetings, But now I'm back, and I think that's it.
Great. And Alexandre, introduce yourself.
So guys, my name is Alexandre. I'm living in Victoria, Espírito Santo. I'm 6'7". I'm retired. And I am TNT student. Today I have 2 classes at 7 and at midday. And now I'm here to practice. That's it.
Great. Yeah, that's awesome. And Alex, introduce yourself for us.
Hello, good morning. I'm Alex. I'm from Colombia. I am here in Bogota. I'm here is 11:15 a.m. Yeah. I am a musician, and I am here because I love this language, and I want to practice in order to improve my English. That's it.
Great, great. And you, Ligiana, yeah, introduce yourself.
Good afternoon. My name is Lidiana. I am 32 years old. I'm from São Paulo. I'm a geography teacher, and that's it.
Great, yeah, awesome. Thank you for sharing with us. So hello everybody, I'm Anna. I'm from São Paulo. Here in Brazil it's 1:15. Now it's 14, but I'm gonna say 15 because I hate this broke time. But yeah, so yeah, nice to meet you everybody. I'm gonna be the host today, and as I said, the topic is the art of conversation, and I'm really interested to talk about it. And the first question is one of the most interesting, and in my opinion, that is Tintin helping you improving your communication skills. Ligiana, what do you think? Yeah, you can start. Go on.
Okay, very good. I like so much this topic. It is very, very interesting because sometimes I need to discuss about something with our family, our friends, and sometimes there are difficult for someone to understand other people. And I believe that TNT is very, very interesting because you have a questions, some questions, and you're trying to focus on these questions, but with respect, with the main is to understand each other. It is very, very interesting.
Great, thank you.
I have a good experience here.
Great, yeah, that's awesome. And Alexandre, what do you think?
So I'm so grateful because I'm here since July 2020, and I started to study English in 2016, and I went abroad, and I couldn't lose my shame. And in the TNT, I could have good conversation, make a lot of friends, make friends from São Paulo, Ceará, Minas Gerais, Rio de Janeiro. And then I decided to be TNT student, and it is going very well for me.
Yeah, it's really good to see that you say it with with proud, of it, and it's the focus on TNT. It's about everybody. So thank you. And you, Elida, what do you think?
Yes, of course, TNT is helping me because here we can practice, right? When I have been studying English for 6 years, but until last year I had nobody to practice. I just watched some classes and listened podcasts, music, but I had nobody to practice my speaking skills. And I was very good reading and listening, but when I was talking, my brain just froze it. And now I can't talk. I lost 4 months of practice because I stayed away for a while, but my English is it's not so good right now, but I am practicing again. I start to practice again. And here I can develop these skills and meet new people. That's amazing, having fun. And that's it.
Yeah, great. And you, Alex, what do you think?
Okay, I agree with Helida because I was in the same situation when when you studied in a college or an institute, and you learn a lot of words, and the teacher teaches you a lot of topics, but you don't have the possibility to speak much. Yeah? But here in TNT, I have this opportunity because sometimes you have the knowledge in your mind, but if you don't speak, it's difficult. Yeah. For example, the first meet that I that I was here, I was very afraid because I don't have friends who speak English. And here is an amazing platform to improve these skills and lose the shame and new friends. And it's very good for me. TNT helped me a lot.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, and we have a new guest here. So, Ivan Jira, are you there? Yeah. Can you speak? Can you listen us? I don't know. Right, I'm gonna just keep in continuous, and if you're saying something, you can type on the chat or you can say it. So I brought the this question because I think that's really interesting, because last week I had a presentation in my course, and then my teacher said, "Oh, you speak very well. No, you're good in communicating with the people and like in showing your point of view." And it was really great to know about it because I'm learning, like I'm doing these meetings, since September. And I started like in coming to the TNT meetings in July, I'm not sure, but this helped me not only with English but also with Portuguese, because sometimes it's not the language, and it's really the way that we speak. Even though in Portuguese we can have problems to speak, so it's really interesting to know it. And the next question is, who communicates better, women or men or women? What do you think? Let me see, Alex. Yeah, you can start. Go on.
Okay, I think it's both men and women, but sometimes I think women are more detailed. I don't know how do you say detallistas. I think detail. Um, but for example, here in Colombia, men and women speak a lot. Mostly of the time, women. Yeah. Uh, maybe we men we are We are different because we express the things in other ways. But women speak a lot always in topic. But it's good. It's good. I don't have problems with that.
Yeah, it's kind of polemic question, no, but I'm interested to know the answers. And the Virginia, what do you think?
For me, it's depend on the personality, not only about the gender. And that's it. For me, it's interesting when someone trying to understand me, and the same time I try to understand other people in our conversation. That's it. For me, it's depend on the personality.
Great, yeah, thank you for sharing. And the Alexandre, your communicate
So
is
I think
better.
both can speak better, but in personally, I hear some English teacher, on YouTube, and I hear the NBC podcasts every single day, and I hear a global national every single day. But I didn't adapt it with the men in the the men talking in English in the podcast, because they talk very fast. They don't say the words completely. In this case, I prefer to hear the woman from Canada or from America, and
Great,
TNT as well.
great, yeah. And you, Elida, what do you think?
I really don't have an answer for this question because I think depends. There is a lot of studies showing that women talks more than men, right? But I think it's not a point of better communication because I am a woman, but I think I'm not a great communicator because I say the same thing a lot of times and I keep repeating the same thing, with different words. And sometimes I can't be objective in in my opinion. Anyway, so I think depends a lot. There's some, I don't know, I think depends.
Yeah, great. Vivandira, yeah, you can say now. You're muted. Yeah, you're muted. Muted your microphone. I can't listen to you. Your microphone, it's yeah,
Yeah, now
yeah. Now it's working. Yeah,
I don't know. Is this my first class? I prefer listen the others and in other class. Okay.
yeah. Don't worry. So welcome. Welcome to the TNT. It's really great to have you here. So you can only listen to us and understand how this works. But like, yeah, feel free to ask any questions. So then, yeah, I think everybody have already answered these
I'd
questions.
like to say something about this question to Elida. Yeah, one thing that developed my English to my talk is to listen podcast in English with the English subtitles, because you are listen and you are reading what they are saying, and it's becoming like automatically in your ear if you do that every single day.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's not depends on the gender, as like Legion said before. I think it depends on the person. It depends who you are. If you're outgoing or really a private person who don't like to talk in public, it depends on who you are. So it's more than I don't know a gender, or something like this. But yeah, only this that I would like to add. The next question.
Something, but Alexandre, in Portuguese, I am like this. I don't know I can't be objective, you know. When I'm telling a story in Portuguese, I keep repeating and repeating, and I think I learned it with my dad.
No, you listen the guy or the girl in English, and you
Yeah,
put the subtitles in English, and then
yes,
you can,
but
and
it's not about English, you know. It's about my communication in English or in Portuguese. I keep repeating because I don't know. I think
you
I
are
learned
shy.
with my dad. My dad. Oh my God, she spent 10 minutes telling a story who could be telling 3 minutes. You know, because he keeps repeating and repeating the informations with another words, and I have a lot of how can I say convivência? Anyway, I
Convenience.
what?
I
Sorry.
think it's convenience.
Yes, I have a lot of convenience with him, and I think I'm learned it's from him because it's awful. I have to control myself all the time because it sucks listening to me telling a story.
Yeah, it's real hard. I love the concentration. I start to speak on other things that come to my mind, and then I have to stop
Yeah,
to talk, and then that's awesome. That's the
I
oh,
have no
that's
line to follow. You know, I mixed a lot of subjects in one. Oh my God.
yeah, yeah. That's not
This
awesome. Yeah, you can say.
this is sorry. This is a good point, Elida. I never thought about it, but it is interesting because why I need explain more and more and more times. This is a good question. I think that for us, a woman, is very, very, very hard because sometimes I feel that anybody will understand me, and I try to explain every single day the same thing. I don't know, but when the man explain one thing, everybody believe in him. I try to explain very well my thoughts because it is so hard for me explain, but is common in our society.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree.
that yeah, the way that we treat like who is speaking, who's the speaker, because like sometimes when we see women saying the things you're gonna say, it's just a gossipy, it's not a real, and then the men say, oh, this is real, this is psychologic, I don't know, something, it's really affect, or something like this. Yeah, Alexandre, you wanna say something?
No, no.
Great. Yeah, I think we can go to the next question. That if you could relive any conversation of your life, what would it be? Why?
Me?
Yeah, you can start.
I would like to relive my time in Toronto inside in a class because there was a lot of people around the world and a lot of accent talking to China, Japan, Italy, and New Zealand, Switzerland, and everyone was talking in different way. And I think it was the good time in Toronto. I would like to relive. I went there. I go there if the pandemic is over. I think I have I need to go abroad and then I would like to go to Vancouver to relive the situation.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Sorry guys, I read too fast. It's because my computer was about to die. Then I was like trying to get the charge. But yeah, only that I would like to say. And you, Elida?
I think there's a lot of conversations I would like to relive, but I can't remember all of them. But my second meeting here in TNT, it was in September, with Yuri Hayes. Do you remember him? There's a one the most conversation the most fun conversation that I have had here, and it was about first dates, and it was so fun, it was so amazing that the time spent, I don't know, 1 hour spent, I don't know, I think it's 10 minutes, because it was a really great conversation. And this how can I say that I remember that conversation like yesterday, like it was yesterday, and that's it. I think it was so amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Really cool. And you, Lidiane? Yeah.
This is a good question too, Anna, and I was thinking about it, but I believe that for me, I would like to revive the time with my grandmother, because I lived abroad, and before I go traveling, I had a conversation with her, but during my exchange, my grandmother died, and it is for me very very hard, because nowadays I think all the time I would like to have a contact with her and exchange experience, exchange ideas about the life, about the society. And for me, my last conversation with her uh, is the best moment in my life. That's it.
Yeah, that's real awesome. Yeah. 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 And you, Alex, what do you think?
Okay, I I was thinking about it, and I remember maybe 10 years ago, I was living in another city, another town, in a small town. And in this place, I met a person. He was pastor. I don't know, is shepherd in a church. I don't know how do you say pastor, or the person who works in a church. I think shepherd or shepherd. Um, this person read a lot, and his advice was very good and wise. And every time I spoke with him, I learned something new. And I consider uh, when you speak with another person and the conversation is good, you really enjoy this conversation. Yeah, even if it's a child or it's an old person, but if you learn something, is I consider is a good conversation. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's very, very cool, very interesting. I don't know. I think that probably I was really the first time that I spoke with a native speaker. Like an English native speaker. I think that was really interesting. I got very excited. Because I could express myself with the person who always speaks this language. And yeah, I think that was really interesting. Even though that it was like 10 minutes, because it was like an experience of the platform. So but it was really great. Yeah, for sure. And the next question is, do you like to agree, sorry, do you always want to be right? Let me see, you can start. Yeah, Alex, you can start. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry,
Great.
sorry.
Go ahead.
I I don't understand it because I have problems with my headphones. Could you repeat, please?
Yeah, do you like to argue, or and do you always want to be right?
Okay. Okay. I I prefer to listen. I really like to listen. I give my point of view, but normally I don't argue or fight. But sometimes I I do like to be right, and I defend my position when it's something true, when it's something that is my part of me or my beliefs. I defend my position, but not maybe offend to other people. Yeah, in a respectful way, in a polite way. Yeah, I think it's part of the conversation that your opinion not always is the same that the other people, but you should respect the things, the thoughts, the other people. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, great. Thank you for sharing. And you, Alexandre?
I think it depends. If I am right, if I think I'm right, I can argue, but I think I always try to be on balance to in the conversation. Sometimes you can only listen because sometimes you don't agree about the argument, and yeah, you listen. That's okay.
Yeah, great. And you, Lidiane?
And I like very much arg with someone for example, in this meeting. It is very interesting because I learn a lot, and at the same time I think about a different questions, and sometimes I want to be a right. It is common in our society because when you have a criticism, this is so hard for me, this pronunciation, criticism. It is so hard because sometimes it's look like an attack. Because for me, when I have a criticism, I have a caution, more caution, because I I don't like when I have a discomfortable situation with other people in conversation, and sometimes that's it. I am a human, and that's it.
Yeah, great. And Elida, yeah, you didn't answer, so go on.
Do you like to argue? I think it's more like a discussion or not. Usually, I don't like to discuss because I got so nervous and I forgot everything that I was saying. And I don't know, but sometimes it's necessary, And of course, we always want to be right, but I like to listen the other opinions too. And I hate discuss like fight, because I really got nervous. And if you are something personal, I cry a lot. I am so emotionally a person, and I think that's it. I like to have a conversation, change ideas like this meeting, but when I have to discuss and having a position, and I think you are understanding what I am saying, right? I usually don't like, but like it's necessary, so that's it.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Argue, I like to debate with the people, and yeah, I think that's really important. And I don't, I don't like to be always right. I like to learning, and actually, not a really competition person. No, I like to always understand the both sides, and sometimes I change my opinion because that another past, like I understand that the another was it is more important, and like I understand better the point, and then I can change, no problems. But yeah, I think that's really important. I think that it's something that we should learn it because we do not learn this in school, and then sometimes it's kind of problem, to argue and you don't know how to do it. And yeah, I think I'm gonna skip the next question, and I'm gonna go to the six. That would you like to have a career that requires you to talk to a lot of people? Why? Alexandre, can you start? You're muted. Oh yeah.
I'm retired, and for me is not available to work anymore. But I would like to tell you about the funny conversation I have in New York with two girls in a restaurant. We are waiting for the cruise, the time for the cruise around New York, around the Manhattan. And I was with my plate in my hand, but there was no table to sit. And it was a table with three girls and a chair empty. And then they invite me to sit in there. And then we start have a conversation. They are from North Carolina, and I say, I'm Brazilian, I'm North Carolina. And then we spend more than an hour talking about the Brazil and North Carolina stuff. That was a really funny conversation I had with strange people. Sorry, sorry, I disobey you.
Don't worry. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. It is very cool, very interesting to know it. And the Legend. Yeah.
I already had many great conversation here in TNT with different partners, and it is very very interesting for me. And that's it. A lot of times here.
Great, great. And you, Aida. Yeah. You can like answer the six and the five. You can decide this. It's up to you.
Okay, so the question number 6, I would not like because sometimes I have no patience. I think it's not cool, but I lost my patience very easily with people, and I always say that I prefer work with 50 dogs than 3 people. Yes, because sometimes I have no patience for some people, and I lost my patience, and I don't know, I got stressed so easily, so I would not like. And the question number 5, have you ever had a great conversation? Yes, here. Since the every meeting I know some new people, I never know everybody. So yes, but I had conversations with strangers in other platforms too, and with people in the street too, and that's it. I think.
Let me say something for you, and because you are so young, you
Yeah.
are so beautiful, you are so young, and I am a father. I have 3 kids, and I always say to them, you have to develop your patience. The
Yeah.
patient is the good behavior that people have to have in your mind, in your heart. So you have to had to develop this. It's easy to do. Every
Yeah,
single day, developing the patient.
I agree with you, and I'm working that. But it's like Lidiana said, sometimes we say the same thing every time, and the people don't.
Don't understand. Yeah.
And it's so exhausting sometimes. So I prefer work with dogs and cats than people. Yeah, I have to assume that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, hey, everybody. Everybody's here in the main room. And I would like to briefly explain how Tinti works because we have Evangelina. It's her first time here, and I would like to explain how this works. So, Tinti is a free platform where you can practice your English or you can practice your Spanish. Crislana, she's a Spanish host, and or you can practice your French or whatever you speak, just say to us, and then we're gonna try to bring this to here. And we have different times, so you can schedule on the website or the Wix app, and you're gonna receive the mail on your email. We're gonna receive an email in your box, and you're gonna receive the link. So you come here, and here we have like questions. We have in a specific time to in a specific top to each meeting, and then you were going to discuss about this. And the topic today was the art of conversation, and I brought 10 questions, so I don't know if everybody could answer all the questions. And then we split in more rooms to everybody speak with each other and understand, because 15 people in the same room is not going to work. No, and it's not everybody that is going to speak in English. So yeah, I think that's it that I would like to explain. And I would like to say another thing. I promise that I'm going to stop to speak. But I would like to say that I totally forgot last week, in April 19 is the Day of the Indigenous, and it's a really important day. So I would like to remember you guys. I know that we passed it, but I would like to only remember this because I totally forgot last week, and then I was forgetting this week, but then I remember randomly, and come to my mind. And yeah, all this that I would like to say. And now I want to listen from Natalia, how it was the conversation.
Oh, it was perfect. It was amazing. I talked with Gustavo, Mariane, and Amanda. Yeah. And we talk about almost all the questions, yes. And we could have a good conversation. I can learn and listen. It's very important. And I think it's this. I like too much to come here and talk with you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, that's real awesome. Thank you. And you, Renata.
Yeah, that was amazing. The topic of the day, the time was really cool. I could learn sometimes. I could learn some new expressions, and the guys that shared the room with me, they always were awesome. Thank you, guys. And yeah, that was amazing. Thank you, Anna.
Yeah, I was muted, but thank you for answer what I asked it. And you, Crislana, how it was? How was it? Yeah.
It was great. I talked with Rayane, Rogério, and Yasmin, and I love with the 9 questions because the 8th question is about a foreign person, and every week I talk with Alex, so it's great. It was a great conversation.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you, Alex, how it was? How was it? Oh my goodness.
I really enjoy this kind of conversation because it's related with TNT, yeah. Because here in TNT you can speak with a lot of people and know a lot of cultures. We can speak in Spanish, in English, and learn Portuguese. And I really enjoy this kind of meetings because I lost the chain. Yeah, because for example, when you speak with a native, with an English native speaker, sometimes it's really hard to understand. But this platform is a good way to improve our speaking, our listening. I really enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And you, Leticia, how was it?
It was really great, Anna. I really like the questions, and I like the way you make us think about the past, our memories, and also the present, and we could share our experiences, and we could think about ourselves, like I did with myself. I was thinking, what am I doing right now to improve my abilities, my conversation skills? And we also talk about TNT in the first question, and it was amazing for us to reflect about this subject. It's really nice. I enjoy it a lot, Anna. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. So I want to say thank you for everybody coming here with me, And another thing, don't forget to answer the feedback that you're going to receive on your email. It's really important because nobody answered my feedback. Like it's only one person. Yeah, I suffer a lot as a host here. But like, yeah, please answer the feedback. It's really important. It's not only like to me, it's to everybody, to the community. And stay safe, stay at home if you can, of course, and wash your hands, use the hand sanitizers. And yeah, I only want to say thank you to everybody, and see ya in the next meeting.
Wear a mask when you go out.